Folks, today I'm going to be talking on very important three topics. The first is Turiyatha state versus nameless state. The second topic is going to be the dreamers of God realization, self-realization versus the creator of the whole universe, including the divine world. Third topic is what is going to happen to all the false teachers, gurus, YouTube influencers, etc. during the forthcoming catastrophic destruction of humanity, which is going to be, by the way, in about 5 to 10 years. Okay, let's begin. The reason why I thought of talking about the Turiya versus nameless state is when I first experienced my first experience in 1975 or so, when I was 31 or 30 years old. At the time I was in IIT Bombay as a computer science professor. No idea about all the yogic terminologies and no background. I was basically a computer science person, a scientist. So I used the word seventh chakra opening to my first experience, which is as follows, briefly. When I was meditating to find out what is the nature of God, not to realize self, realize God, I want to find out what is the nature of God if there is one exists. At that time, suddenly there was a tremendous amount of real fast rotation in the anti-clockwise direction above my head. And my mind was, the normal mind, was totally frozen. Without me being, even before I'm being aware of what's happening, the golden light entered through my top of my head. I even saw my own mind, the dark color, vanishing. Okay, now let me explain what happened during the process. Normally, when you are meditating or when you are normally in the waking state, you are aware of your surroundings, all the objects and so on. For example, right now, things around me in the room. When you are meditating, you are aware of the thoughts. Various thoughts will come. Various feelings, various thoughts and so on. These are all low frequencies compared to what I'm going to be talking about, compared to that golden light that I entered it through my through top of my head. And the golden light, the red light, the white light, and all other things that I've described in my spiritual experiences and other videos, they are of different frequencies. They vibrate at a different level. Those jyotis are not somewhere above. The divine world is not somewhere above. It is inside you, around you, but it is of a different frequency. You cannot see them with your five senses or your eye because they are at different frequencies, high frequencies. Probably that's what and finally the scientists may say that there is something beyond their comprehension. There are some energies. For example, a lot of people, including the philosophers, scientists, will be talking about the consciousness, even the spiritualists. What they are talking about is the effect of the white light. It's not about the white light, the source of consciousness. The same way, they'll be talking about life. I even heard that life is nothing but the breath. The breath that you are breathing. It's an effect. All the movements in your body is the effect of the golden light, the life principle, and so on. So they can only talk about the effect of those three divine jyotis. They will never be able to, scientists or spiritualists or nobody will ever be able to experience the divine jyotis. I'm going to be talking about in a minute. So, the process, the extreme rotation that took place around me and raised the things around me to a higher level frequency is what I used to call as the opening of the seventh chakra. In the beginning, I was not aware of what are those chakras and so on. Later, I learned that there is something in the top, just very close within the body, but at the top, there are some petals-like structure, and seventh chakra opens, they open. That's what they say. I didn't know that. That's why I was calling the opening, the rotation and the opening and coming of the golden light as the seventh chakra opening. It is not. Then later I called that as a Sudarshana chakra. Sudarshan means, Su means auspicious, Darshan means vision, so auspicious vision. So I called that as a Sudarshan chakra, the rotation. Then I later learned that Krishna or Vishnu used the Sudarshan chakra in his hand, which is also, by the way, rotating in the anti-clockwise direction, to kill people, to destroy people. That one is not really good. This rotation will not kill anybody. It will take you to a higher level vision, auspicious vision. So I stopped using the word Sudarshana chakra also. In fact, I was telling a lot of people that everybody will be, this process can happen to everybody, and your seventh chakra can be opened. They're all wrong. And because of misunderstanding, lack of knowledge about all these yogic terms, I'm not a yogi. I never done all these yogic exercises. Then I later learned through one of the books that my friend gave me that it is a Turiya state, because in Mandukya Upanishad, there is a state beyond the human normal waking, dreaming, and deep sleep state. There is a fourth state which cannot be described in the human concepts. So I thought I will use the word Turiya state to communicate to people. Then people who watched that video, Turiya state, and how to be in that state, said, our gurus have reached more than that. There are 8 states above Turiya state. In Upanishads, they never said there is nothing beyond. They didn't say that there are states beyond Turiya state. They only talk about 4 states. These people have created several states. Then one person said, our Guru has experienced all of them. You haven't really reached the final one. And I asked that person, gentleman, can you ask your Guru to talk to me and find out what he experienced? And he said, no. He cannot, he will not be able to talk about it. If he talks, his power will go away. What kind of experience is that? So all the people who comment on my Turiya state video, I'm telling you right now, that state that I reached is a nameless state because there is no name. I couldn't find anywhere that a name for that process, especially the rotation. I'm sure that nobody has experienced that extreme rotation above the head. If they have, let me know. I've been asking people to communicate to me for quite some time, right from 2018 when I first started presenting my videos in the YouTube. Okay, so that's the first topic. So it's a nameless state. I went to a nameless state, a nameless divine world. I'm calling that as a divine world to you, in order to communicate, but there is no name to it. That one is here, but it's at a higher level frequency. Okay, so get that. So no more comment about Turiya state, Turiyata state, and all the 8 states before above that, etc. And comparing those things with my state. The state I reached is nameless. And the process that took place is unique to me. It has not happened to anybody. Probably it will never ever happen to anybody. So it is unique. So that's my first topic. Second topic is, there are lots and lots of people who have meditated. Maharishis, Nisargadatt Maharaj, J.Krishnamurti, etc. And they have said that they have reached the source of consciousness, source of all energies, the ultimate energy. They realized self, they realized God, etc. They are all dreamers. I talked about those people's experiences versus my experience in one of the videos. Even the latest video on meditation, God realization, Guruism, etc. That video, I mentioned this. Folks, they are within their mind, and then they are experiencing all these things. They never left the human mind. In my case, that my mind was totally vanished. I went into totally a world of different frequencies. That's the difference. So because nobody has experienced what I've experienced, you are unable to even understand what I'm talking about. You are slowly understanding slightly what I'm talking about in the recent videos, watching the recent videos. So one of the viewers asked me, what do you think of Osho? I talked about Osho to another friend who was communicating with me through WhatsApp message. He said, I'm a yogi. I should experience what is called Shakti. I should take Shakti path and give enlightenment to people. I told him that I'm not a yogi, sir. What makes you to think I'm a yogi? He didn't answer. He probably stopped communicating with me. Okay. So all those people who have experienced, including Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Vivekananda, Nisargadatt Maharaj, everybody, folks, they are all within their mind, within the body, in the subtle body, within the body, they experience it. Even the so-called gurus, sadgurus, one of the viewers told me that he has experienced the opening of the third eye. Opening of the third eye is still within the human mind, my dear friends, still in the mind. So in mind, your mind is projecting all your visions, all your experiences, which you call as a God realization, self-realization, etc. In addition, if you open the third eye, it's called Akashic record. I was talking about it, right? Where the experiences left behind by all the people who lived in the past, you'll be able to connect with some of those experiences. That's all happens. But you are still with the human mind. You are not with the divine mind. You are still with the human mind. You need to understand this very, very clearly. So, folks, compared to this, who I am, let me tell you this. In one of my very early experiences, something separated from me, and that one said, there was no form for that. I am walk. I am your daughter. So I have no idea what was walk. I don't know why it's saying that one is saying she is my daughter. By the way, the walk, the English word term for walk is word. In the Bible, it seems it's mentioned that word created the whole world, and word was with God. Word itself was God. That's something like that is written in the Bible. I heard that. So I didn't think about, I just left it. I didn't think about very much. A few days back, I just was wondering. By the way, I didn't know what is walk for a long time. Through one of the books through another friend bought me, I learned what's called walk, the term walk. It is Saraswati. I think it looks like in Hindus call that as a Saraswati these days. At that time is one of the Vedic goddesses, walk. And I was wondering, who is the father of this walk? And then I Googled, and I said Prajapati. Prajapati is the father of walk, Hindu goddess walk. I was wondering what is Prajapati, it's a Sanskrit word, and I learned it is creator. Pati means Lord, Praja means creation, so it's a creator basically. So, in my spiritual experience, without even knowing all the terminology, walk and all I experience, it's not my mental projection. It was in the divine frequency world. I am the creator. You are talking to a creator. You are listening to a creator. You are comparing the creator versus all the people who is dreaming about the self, Atma, and so on, being within their human mind. I was beyond the human mind, the divine world, the divine frequency. By the way, the people call self-realization. I realized self. in the recent videos, the secrets video or even the meditation, God realization video, I mentioned that there is, even before I mentioned this, there is a white ray of light behind, not behind, it's in you or around you in a different dimension, higher frequency dimension. It leaves a reflection of itself in your mind, and it's called the I amness thought. I talked about it. That ray of white light is the real you. That is really yourself. I don't know what you call that as Atma. Some people will call Mahatma, and then some other one is there, the Paramatma, Brahman, and so on. You can never see that. You can never see yourself. You can never see the real you. All that you can, all these people who have meditated, they saw only their mental projections of God, all those Atma and so on. They're all thoughts. Because if it is not thought, it won't be stored in their minds. Then what is that golden light and white light they see? They're all projections, mental projection, because they must have read somewhere all those divine jyotis. Okay? So all these folks whom you know as gurus, past or existing currently, they are dreamers within the human mind. Whatever their mind projects as self-realization, they are talking to you. You cannot compare them with me. I am beyond all those things. So you are mixing up the creator of the whole universe with the one who has been created, all the gurus who have been created, dreaming to find the creator. Okay, that's the second point I want to emphasize. And the third point is, there are lots and lots of false gurus, not only in Hindu religion, but also in every religion. They all have scriptures, they are quoting their scriptures and then preaching. None of them has reached, even Prophet Muhammad or anybody who has reached the state that I am reached. Did Prophet Muhammad, he just heard from one of the angels about Allah talking. So you'll have to differentiate me from all those people. What will happen to all these preachers? There are YouTube influencers right now, lots and lots of them. They are reading books, various books about Siddhas and some scriptures, Hindu scriptures and so on. And then they are preaching. They are talking about God, realization and so on. By the way, one of the ladies in a YouTube channel called, I think, Mayam Studio or something. She gave an interview the beginning of this year. She said, by the end of this year, that is 2024, the Babaji will take the form of Muruga, the Kartikeya, and then come to the world to save the world. There are only a few more days left in this year. I was told that she made a lot of money. She conducted classes and so on. They're all false teachers. Some people are building in Tamil Nadu. I saw in the video huge structures of Shiva and the normal two human eyes. And then here there is a special eye, third eye. Friends, Shiva, the real one, which is really, I don't want to call me as a Shiva, because you will call that as me as a Hindu god. No. The one who created this, he has two eyes. One of them is a red eye, another one is a white eye. In the white eye, there is no black pupil inside. It's all white. And there is another one is red. These are the two eyes of Shiva, who created the three Jyotis. There are human eyes. Is eye is here, third eye, and then he will never use that. Yes, never. He will never use that to burn people. In one of the Tiruvilayadal, all these Puranas, Shiva Puranas, it was told that he uses this to kill people. And one of the viewers, very influential viewers, influential YouTube creator, saying, he's talking about Om. How can you talk about Om or Tattvamasi without experiencing it? They can only just read all those things, hear some of the things from their so-called gurus, and create a video, and they are making money. Lots and lots of them. There are several people who are preaching these days. See, not only in Hindu religion, in India, everywhere, in Muslim religion, in Jewish religion, and also in Christian religion, even Buddhists, they're talking about meditating. They're all meditating. What will happen to this? All these things are misguiding. All these teachings are misguiding. Unfortunately, giving wrong information, wrong impression that they are all really true, real, etc. to people. They are misleading them. They are making people as ignorant people. They are not letting them to really love each other. That's my mission, I told you, to bring peace to the whole world through unconditional love. One of the friends who contacted me through WhatsApp for 4 months, he told me he has been contacting and trying to learn about all those divine states, how all the three Jyotis were created, what's the effect of the white Jyoti, golden Jyoti, and so on. Almost you'll spend about 2-3 hours every day, and I told him this is useless. This is not very useful. Follow the unconditional love. But you won't listen. You'll insist. You'll somehow made me to communicate all those things to him. Talk about all those things to him. Friends, those things when I talk, they are real because all those things I created. But when you hear and store it in your mind, they are just thoughts in human mind. It cannot really understand. That is not really same as experiencing the divine world. So this friend who was communicating with me in WhatsApp for the past 4 months or so, he said he wanted to get to state of Maharishi. I don't know which Maharishi he meant. Probably Ramana Maharishi. I told him the thoughts in your mind is not same as the realization or the realization of all the energies of higher frequencies. I don't think he understood even at the end. So don't tell me that I'm enlightening you. So the only way you can be enlightened is through unconditional love. By hearing all these things, you are collecting information and storing it in your mind. I told you there is a video that there is no use collecting information from what I'm saying and then storing it. That will not help you to love each other. That will not bring peace to the world. You have to love everybody. That's your real nature. The nature of the golden light I've been saying, folks. So all this, what will happen to all these folks? Unfortunately, they are going to be disappear. They will be demolished. All the false teachings will be demolished during the forthcoming catastrophic destruction of humanity. There will not be any more. So forget about all those things. Don't do that. And that's the third thing I want to emphasize in this video, folks. If you have any question, please let me know. I'll respond through comments. Talk to you soon, folks, in another video. Enjoy the unconditional love.